Hello everybody. Marcus here. Hello Instagram Live, Facebook Live, YouTube, however you're tuning in. I appreciate it. Thank you. I wanted to share something today about canceling service contracts. If you're a business owner, especially a restaurant owner, you know that sometimes you get locked into contracts with certain providers like linen, waste removal, things like that. So I want to share a hack or a tip or a trick that I learned that has actually worked for me in the past on getting out of contracts without paying fees and stuff like that. We all know that some of these companies can be very ruthless, and it's crazy to try to get out of a contract. And so, for example, we were dealing with a national waste company here at my restaurant for a while, and they kept raising even though we were in a contract, they just kept raising their prices and raising their prices and raising their prices. And we would get other companies to come in for waste removal at half the price. I'm like, man, this is absurd that they just keep raising. And there's all these kinds of riders and waivers and things in the contract, and or things that allow them to raise the costs of things as it goes along legitimately. Just because you're in a contract doesn't mean they won't raise your price. So I had this one company coming in and quoted me a much better price, like half the price for waste removal. And I remembered a trick that an attorney friend told me a long time ago, several years ago. And the trick was to actually have that company cancel it for you. And he taught me that the way you get the company to cancel it for you is that you have to let them realize that they can no longer service your account. So in that case, now this might not work with every company, so I immediately called this national waste company. I said, listen, my business is growing so much that I need trash service picked up 5 days a week. And I knew they didn't do 5 days. I said, I need 5 days a week here of trash service removal. And the guy was speechless, and he was like, well, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I don't know if we can do that. I'm like, well, man, yeah, it's summertime. I don't want my dumpster stinking. I'm really busy. I need 5 days a week. And in my mind, I knew he couldn't do it. So a week later, I called him back and I said, hey, what's going on with that quote? He goes, I'm trying to figure out if we can subcontract this out to another company to then pick up for you. I'm like, that's not going to raise my rates because that's going to cost you a lot of money to subcontract. And he goes, no, it wouldn't raise your rates, but we probably wouldn't be making money. We'd probably lose money on your account. And I was like, oh, that's not good. You're going to lose money on my account. So then I give him another week, and he came back to me and he goes, Marcus, we just can't make it work. Do you have another provider in mind? I said, I do have another provider in mind that can do it. He said, well, yeah, we'll cancel your contract for you just like that. And so national company, I was in a tight contract with them. I had re-signed up another 5 years for their waste removal, and got out of the contract just like that. They didn't ask me any questions. They didn't give me a hard time, nothing like that. They just realized that they couldn't provide the service that they're supposed to provide. And I said, well, I have somebody else that can actually provide the service. If you can't do it, I need somebody that can do it. And I found somebody to do it. And without any questions asked, they let me out of the contract, no problems. So think about this. If you're stuck in a contract with anybody, that's kind of service contract, kind of think about, now if you're in if it's a uniform contract, be careful. Don't be like, well, I need 500 uniforms, and all of a sudden next week 500 uniforms show up. But say things like, you know what, we're going for our green certification, and we could no longer use chef coats that are washed in these chemicals. I need something that's laundered naturally. Do you have a natural laundering service? Or our napkins, are they a natural laundering service? And and they're going to say, well, gee, we don't have a natural laundering service. Well, I need this because I'm going for this certification. I'm going for this. I'm going for that. So if you kind of twist it or make something where they realize they can't do the service, the chances of them letting you out of that contract are very, very good. So, which will save you a lot of money. I know for me with the waste company, I saved half the amount. I'm walking like $200 a month I saved. That's $2,400 a year of savings. So folks, this stuff adds up anytime that you can save anything, but this was significant. So if you found this tip helpful, just drop a like or drop a comment and say, yes, this was a helpful tip. And again, thanks for tuning in wherever you were on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. I appreciate the views. I appreciate the support. You can go to 50mistakes.com, 50mistakes.com for a lot more content. I share a lot of the content that I produce on how to run a restaurant, business coaching, restaurant coaching, all that kind of stuff. Tips like this, all found at 50mistakes.com, 50mistakes.com, also known as Restaurant Growth Secrets University. Go check it out, save some money, and go build your dream business.